If you've ever been on a boating holiday in Norfolk, chances are you've heard of Wroxham. Known as the capital of the Broads, Wroxham remains one of the most popular summer holiday destinations in the entire county. But what happens to Wroxham when the tourists are gone? And how do local businesses keep themselves going through the winter months? We're here to find out. In the summer, tourists may hop off the train at Wroxham and Hovton Station and jump straight onto another one. The Bure Valley Railway has been a major tourist attraction in Wroxham for almost 30 years. It's run by a team of volunteers such as Stuart Clark, who's driven trains on the railway for many summers and many winters.
Well, obviously at the height of our summer is what we class as red service, which is the busiest service we do, and we can also be running trains up to 13 coaches in length. Out of season it tails off and you can have a green service or blue service, and obviously there's less trains on those services. Down the blue service is only 2 trains a day.
Stuart wishes that the railway could operate at full capacity all year round. However, he admits that the winter break gives staff at the railway time to perform vital maintenance tasks.
New buildings, replacing track, relaying track, the maintenance on the locomotives, refurbishing coaches, replacing even toilet blocks, which have been in 30 years.
And it's not just the size of the railway operation that changes from summer to winter, it's also the demographic of its customers.
I mean, we get families pretty much all year round, but yeah, the coach tours generally, what you class the outer seasons are more older people, because the coach companies do what you sort of shoulder season, long weekends away and various things like that, so they come along. So yeah, out I suppose early season you'll see a lot of coach tours of older people, and then obviously in the summer, main summer is your main bulk of your families.
But does Bure Valley Railway survive solely on coach trips during the winter?
Funny thing is, on the summer you obviously see all your holidaymakers, and in the winter the locals almost come out, if you know what I mean, because the holidaymakers have gone away, the locals will make use of their local amenities. So it's never as busy in the winter, but you see a different type of people, and you still see people, just not as many.
Trains aren't the only mode of transport that draw tourists into the village. But just how busy are Wroxham's famous holiday boats during the summer?
We're very busy, really, from the start of May right through until the last weekend in September. They're really the really peak weeks.
However, in the winter, it's a very different story.
We don't go out to actively encourage them. If people want to have a holiday or want a few days away in the winter months, we'll have a boat that's available. But we very much try and encourage people who have done it before. If they're going to come here out of season, we'll get maybe 1 or 2 boats go out over the Christmas New Year period, and we'll get an odd weekend let usually. And
it's not just Pat and Broads tours that quieten down during the winter.
The Broad sort of shuts down, certain moorings are shut down during the winter, most of the public toilet blocks are shut down, some of the pubs, some of the shops are shut down. So, and even getting some of the boatyard services, like trying to get a toilet pump out or topping up with drinking water, can be difficult during the winter months.
With fewer tourists in Wroxham during winter, there's a knock-on effect for Broads Tours and its staff.
Probably got about 25 people employed here on site currently. In the summer, with part-time housekeeping staff, part-time passenger crew and hire fleet staff, you'll see that number going up to probably 40-45 staff in the summer.
Like the Bure Valley Railway, Broads Tours also use the winter break to perform maintenance on its large fleet of vessels.
We have boats available for around about 30-32 weeks of the year, and those other 4.5 months are very much seen as a maintenance time, where we're operating 60 holiday cruisers, so they've all got to come out of the water at some point. They're all washed, cleaned, polished, repainted if necessary, put back in the water, and also got large fleet of day boats as well, so we've got almost 50 day boats which all need to be maintained as well.
It seems like a lot of businesses in Wroxham use winter as a time for maintenance. For one establishment, however, this is definitely not the case. Hotel Wroxham operates all year round. We found out from owner Wendy and receptionist Katie just how busy the hotel gets at the peak of summer.
Crazy, yeah, it's just constant. From breakfast until when the bar closes, about 11:30. Probably later on weekends, actually. The bar was probably closing about midnight, and it was always full, especially on weekends. The hotel was just constantly full, and I think August had sold out like a month beforehand, hadn't it? Yeah.
But what happens after the holidaymakers leave? Do people still stay in the hotel?
The rooms are really busy.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of contractors. We still have couples coming. They're looking for houses. We have families because we've got fantastic Woodwood up the road.
Exactly.
So it's still a complete cross-section.
Yeah, 100%. It's less families, I'd say, probably in the winter time. But there's still couples. Yeah, half term is busy. Yeah, definitely. But we're still busy. And then obviously Christmas as well, which is another busy period.
And due to changing holiday trends, Wroxham still gets some tourists in the winter.
You know, even in November we're having boats draw up outside. When we first bought the place, so we wouldn't see any holidaymakers or anybody drifting around on the river.
And some of the hotel's customers don't even travel that far to visit.
The local people weren't using it, but we noticed people coming to eat now. The local people are coming to eat and drink in the bar, which is lovely.
Yeah.
And that's what we really want.
That probably helps in the winter season where it normally would be quiet, I guess, because there's no tourists around. That's what's helped us stay busy, I guess. I think that's the important thing when it gets to winter, just getting those people to come back again and again, because if without them, it probably, you know, if they're not wanting to come back, then you don't have anyone sort of wanting to be in the hotel.
It's taken a lot of hard work, but the team at Hotel Wroxham have created somewhere that people want to come back to, tourist or local, summer or winter. As spring returns to Wroxham, local businesses eagerly await the return of the tourists. But when winter does roll round again, they'll be safe in the knowledge that, even without the holidaymakers, they won't just survive, but thrive.